Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. I'm Mysterious JG. I found out that it actually does make a difference which whether you win on the first try or not. Because if you fail on the first try, the game gets slightly easier. But the weird thing is, it seems like per the Final Fantasy wiki, your reward for failing once and then beating it is better than your reward for beating on the first try. We are going to get a I believe a bronze level accessory that gives you half MP usage on skills. If we had failed on the first try and then succeeded, we would get a gold accessory that gives you HP and MP stroll. Neither one of which excite me that much, but it also boosts your stats when equipped, and it's much harder to get. So I almost feel like we're supposed to go back and intentionally fail. But let's go ahead and get that accessory. Go make sure the switch panel is working. Oh, rear. Same room we was in before. So we leave. Now this guy finished the massage. Good work. Now if we head down here, we get I don't know how we get anything. Switch in the back of the room. I'm trying to decide if I actually feel like redoing all that or if I'm just like, fuck it, I'll do it on the second playthrough. The room we was in before. Isn't this the room where we met them before? Maybe not. There will eventually come a standard portion to this whole thing where we're fighting enemies and whatnot, but for now, there's nothing going on over here. If I go in there, I'm back to... No, it seems like it has to be in there somewhere. But there's nothing on the map to show me what to react with, interact with. Should I be jumping around like an idiot? Really seems like it should be one of these. Huh, well now I'm just stuck. It doesn't even matter whether I, oh, here we go. Oh, I forgot to get the timer running anyway.
What does it do? Huh? That's it? What a letdown.
I guess that's Riku.
Whoa!
Based
Riku!
on idiocy and voice.
Whose idea was that?
Payne's could have it was hers.
Take it up with the boss.
Oh, never mind.
Boss? I've had this thing on too long. Let's change.
Is it supposed to be amusing that she thought for a while she was a Leblanc clone? Why did they remove their disguises? They have no reason to remove their disguises at this point. Oh well. So I want to get this frickin' treasure. But you know what, let's forget it. Let's go back and play through again real quick from my latest save and intentionally fail that challenge and see how the dialogue's different. I screwed that up. So we're going to intentionally lose the massage game because yes, that actually does make a difference. Hopefully I'll be allowed to skip through cinematics without causing issues. Although there's a little part of me that thinks it would be a good idea to go around intentionally...
I hope this works.
Am I going to be allowed to skip? No. There's no button to skip cinematics?
After we're caught.
Okie dokie, let's change.
Wow. I'm a little surprised. I would have thought that was the thing. Actually, now that I think about it, I remember hearing somebody's review, like screaming. It was some YouTube video. There are things they're bitching about in Final Fantasy games that they otherwise liked, and one of them was they didn't seem to care at all about X-2, but when they replayed Final Fantasy X for the 19th time, they were complaining that they weren't allowed to skip cinema scenes.
Thank you.
And saying that, yeah, I know you couldn't skip cinema scenes in the original game for PS2, but this is a remake. They should have added it. And before you say that they can't, they added it for such and such games. Like, I don't know why I was watching this YouTube video, because thinking back on it now, it was just irritating. But
rough ride. Take care.
yeah, I did find myself asking, well, if you love Final Fantasy X so much, you played it many, many times over the years, then why would you want to skip the cinemas if you love the game? Because it's not like this game. You could argue that with the actual quote real-time battles and stuff, the gameplay can be more engaging than Final Fantasy X, which is entirely turn-based with infinite amount of time between turns. So if you're playing Final Fantasy X through multiple times, you're pretty much got to be doing it because you like the story. There's not really any other reason to do it. So we have a scene with you guys. You tell us, hey, go massage her, even though it puts her to sleep and we don't want her going to sleep, and blah, blah, blah. It kind of lets... It sort of lets you skip a bit. The same way you did in Final Fantasy X, you can cut off the voices, but not the...
You know.
Yeah, anyway. So we're going to do that minigame again, and it's so weird, we're going to intentionally fail. Because you get a rarer and better prize. Normally I would actually kind of like the MP usage cut in half. There's a lot of ways to get MP in this game. There's a boss coming up later who attacks you by depleting your MP anyway. So that's irritating. But really, the fact that it gives you stat boosts, I should probably just concentrate on stat boost stuff. Although absorbing all elements has been really helpful in a couple of fights. What it comes down to is if there's a specific boss battle coming and you know the boss's pattern, you can go out of your way to do it just right.
That hurts. Ow!
Okay, so you can intentionally keep picking the same one. And that's okay. I wasn't sure it was how easy it would be to intentionally lose.
Hurts. Stop that.
What is that artwork on the wall? I've never seen that. I never noticed that before. That's kind of interesting. Like,
Where are you groping?
oh, your ass?
That hurts.
There's like angels or something back there.
Where are you groping?
Oh, and it looks like Seymour, or I guess Leblanc. We can't assume this used to be Seymour's room. Had a
That hurts.
like an oldie-timey, like, is that like a
Where are you groping?
medieval guitar for like the barding?
Watch where you grab, you klutz. Do it again.
Okay, so that's what we would have missed if we had not won the second try. So now green ones are worth 2 instead of just 1.
Where are you groping?
Oh, you're good.
There we go.
Not there. You've got the wrong spot.
This isn't really going that well.
Not there.
Wait, how can they... the reason I went for the corners is because...
Oh, you're
I guess if you're diagonal from the red, it comes out green instead of orange. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Ooh.
But actually 3, just repeating this one will actually do it for me.
Ooh.
Getting the red one resets it, so...
That's nice.
If you find an orange one and just keep redoing it, you kind of can't lose.
Ooh.
So your total score doesn't matter. All that matters is how many tries it takes, and you actually do better if it takes you more than one try. I guess you're more of a 100% completionist if you watch units screw it up once.
Oh, right there. Yes, don't stop.
It's a good thing that little cloth that hangs in front of your face is like stapled to your nose or something and doesn't actually fall directly down, although it doesn't appear to be attached anywhere. It's just really stiff cloth, I guess.
Irresistible. That godly smile. That's the whole reason I became a sphere hunter.
Uh-huh. So you like his spheres, that's what you're saying. Already made that
Only
joke.
there was some miracle sphere. Something that could make him truly happy.
Have you tried using
I
your,
wouldn't give.
feminine wiles or whatever? So I don't know if this is a big archetype in Japanese games, but she's like hot and kind of evil, I guess, and has underlings. But she, despite having these underlings who worship her, is madly in love with a man she can't have.
The boss fell asleep again.
And they're treated as comic relief villains.
She had something important to tell him.
But whatever. This dialogue is completely unaffected by the fact that it took me more than one try to do that.
We'll just have to. In the meantime.
The back of the live.
It's hard to really treat these guys as villains. I mean, they don't seem evil. It's not clear why they're hunting for spheres. If they think they're going to get rich. Oh, Seymour. Or if, like, Leblanc is just trying to find something to help Nuge. She's got that cat scratch fever. So anyway, eventually we should score a different prize. We were going to get gold hairpin. Instead, we're going to get, I don't even remember what the name of what we're getting is, but it's better. Yeah, Riku.
Whose idea was that?
What the F, man?
Take it up with the boss. Boss?
Springsteen.
I've had this thing on too long. Let's
Take it up with Big Boss. Okay, so anyway, more than a third of the way into the video, and we're finally actually getting some kind of progress. And, we can't go back. I'm not going back, Jim.
This is brother. How's it going?
Oh, you idiot. They're supposed to be...
Quiet! This is a covert operation. Over and out.
Well, why aren't you in disguise?
Rico! How dare you speak to your leader like that?
Shut up already!
So which one is...
Who's there?
Say, are they gonna hear her or brother?
The gull wings!
Thank you for giving a massage to our leader! Oh, poopy. So, boss battle, great. Do we even care? I guess we gotta, do our regular, blind him, throw down some protect.
What goes around comes around.
Mix together some crappy items that I don't care about. Which of these I'm actually able to get replacements for easily? Budget grenades I've been using. But I don't actually know what my source is for more of those. But you know what, I'll use it. Suppose they could be, I could be, stealing from these guys. Probably want to, oh wow, Pain took a lot of damage.
Feel like taking a spin?
Feel like making love? Do you? Take out the, support staff first.
I wanted to save this for something special.
Huggles? Wow, it killed Yuna. I did not remember this game having an attack called Huggles. But, of course, I mean, how could I not say Huggles after that? She's definitely gonna need,
Cheer up!
Oh, I didn't really mean to make her cast protect. I kind of screwed that up a little bit. So the Huggles attack is kind of devastating. We need to be careful about Huggles.
Here comes my trump card!
A potion, of all things. Now I feel like stealing from him. All of a sudden I have more respect for him as a boss. Got an elixir. I don't know if there's a way to like collect elixirs infinitely. If there's an enemy that you can bribe for elixirs or anything like that. Oh, he's going for Huggles again. That's it for Yuna. All right. Well, we gotta guess kill him faster because it would appear that this whole Huggles thing is not our friend. That being said, I immediately go back to the same exact patterns I was using before.
Taking a spin?
Don't hit you. Ooh. I gotta say, it's a little annoying, but it doesn't really seem that blinding him has done anything to his hit rate. And the way that he's just consistently killing Yuna is getting old, too. Oh well. Good thing items are super cheap in this game. He's going for Huggles again. Wow, it's like instant death to anybody who gets hit with it. I might actually be underleveled at this point.
I choose you.
And he's just going for Huggles every single time. I'm really putting on a clinic on how not to play this game. Oh, I thought that was going to be it when she said so long. Alright, well, I have to consider the possibility that I might actually be underleveled at this point. Because it's talking about how you can never take these guys seriously as bosses. And he made us waste quite a few Phoenix Downs. So, well, let's get everyone back up to snuff. Don't know if we're going to be able to just do... I mean, Gunner's never really been that impressive a dress sphere, in my opinion. What else what is Yuna even learning here? Life. She's getting close to having that figured out. What else could she be doing? I haven't really shown off Psychic at all. In part because everyone mastered it off screen, so I don't feel like there's anything left to learn. Could make Yuna a warrior, just so that somebody can actually pare down their attack. I don't think I left a knight on this dress sphere. I didn't. Covetous. What does Bum Rush do? Oh, strength and stuff. Hour of Need, High Road Winds. Covetous isn't bad for a knight because you run out of MP fairly quickly, and this gives you the ability to use Osmos. Well, you know what? I won't switch her over. We'll just bear in mind that she can switch to that. Oh, the encounter right before I touched the dang thing. These guys have budget grenades sometimes, so I'm gonna try to steal some to make up for the ones I've been using. Yeah. I guess it was the snake-looking dude. No, Battle Snake, Phoenix down. Never mind, I guess it's just the Dr. Goons that have the, budget grenades that I'm suddenly so desperately interested in. She learned life.
I need this more than you do.
I need to become a gunner more than you do. That's what they call this enemy. Revolver.
Too easy.
Yeah, it wasn't a boss fight where we wasted a bunch of Phoenix Downs and looked like idiots. Alright, so what are you working on learning there, Yuna? She's now working on full life. Yeah, that's probably one of the more useful skills a white mage can have. No returning to the ship from this point. When are we going to get our damn item for winning the massage minigame? Oh, this is probably it here. Yeah, heady perfume. So had we it's headly. Had we seen its gold, Leblanc secret weapon, dated but still good for a high. HP MP Stroll Tetra proof. And it boosts your stats. And couple that with Tetragard. Tetragard we're not really getting that much use out of. So something I haven't been using because I'd equipped it on one of my monsters and never brought another equip it is Adamantite, which gives a big boost to defense and magic defense. And slows you down. So I'm not going to start worrying about using that right now. Haste Bangle does not actually affect your agility. That's kind of surprising. There's got to be better things I could learn than adds poison to attacks. That's actually a fun one. Mute Shock adds silence. I'm not worrying about this right now. Kinesis Badge. Freezer Burn adds fire and ice. I'll leave those alone. And just gonna move on here. Move on.org.
Where's the fun in that?
So we got some Dr. Goons, so they're worth stealing from.
All right, hand it over.
Because they get budget grenades, which I don't really know of another way to get. Oh, it's just a grenade. So that's even, I guess that's a better item, actually. So Riku not really learning anything right now. Let's get her back on the alchemist thing. Unless you use skills, like Yuna's using a white mage skill. Otherwise, when you just attack, then as enemies are defeated, you gain AP. But Yuna should be leveling up a little faster than they are with the AP thing because she's actually using Prey.
It's all in the wrist.
If it works the way I think it works, then that's the way it works, because that's how I think it works. Makes sense? Yeah. Story wants me to go that way, so I'm going to try to go the other way. Destroy the Femgoons and steal grenades, because that just feels like a good use of our time. I mean, now that I'm not doing the fully animated switching between threat spheres, it's not too bad.
Takers, keepers.
Learn trigger happy times 2. Won't be too long before we run out of things for, that might be it. That might be, Pain Mastering or Mistressing, I suppose you could say, the Gunner Dresser. Mistressing isn't a word. Not in that sense, anyway. You don't get like if you're a girl, you can be head mistress of a school instead of headmaster, but it's not like you earn a mistress degree in, well, maybe it depends on what kind of school you went to. Alright, so, it's a weird little side. She still can learn level 3 trigger happy. That really just seems like a fucking waste of time to have her on that dress sphere. I guess she could be learning alchemist too, but yeah. Doesn't seem to be much going on over here. Can I fall down? And if so, security override 3, caution. All 3 overrides must be activated. Is that going to mean something later? Is this something I shouldn't be messing with now? Am I going to make more progress in this video if I equip a charm bangle? I think that much is true. Okay, well, no Dr. Goon, so I'm just going to like rush through this one as fast as I can. Oh, good, she learned High Potion. So she is improving. So apparently there's a trick around here for, because the enemies are fairly weak. If you have a rapid fire controller, you can set at least one person to white mage to heal. And can just like rapidly use your default attacks and lock down the controller so that you're... Okay, so I don't know what that is. This doesn't seem to go anywhere useful either. I remember there being some kind of event involving that area, but I guess we can't do anything with it really, so... That being the case, let's move on. .org. Oh, we're looking for a sphere, right? Well, there we go. What about over here? What about up there? So that kind of tells you where to look.
This isn't the sphere they stole, is it?
Nope, it's another sphere.
Let's
Let's take
watch
it.
it.
Well, suck a dress sphere out of it and move on. I guess this could be the guy who looks like Titus again.
Let's see. Total survivors of the final Crimson Squad.
I thought we already did watch this one.
Zero, zilch, and zipball. Job done.
You guys happy about all the murder?
Pinhead, did you even count?
Well, there's no one to
Look,
count. They're all
there are
dead.
bodies missing.
Oh.
There should be 3 more candidates and their recorder.
Oh.
Your point?
3 people who should have died didn't
3
die.
plus 1 makes how many? 4 still live. Fix it.
Figures.
Did you say
Say something.
No, sir. Pay him no mind.
So Leblanc's goons used to be hitmen for the Yevon Church. Was that a Yevon guy telling them to go murder some dudes? Crimson Sphere number 10.
It's a dud.
It's a dude.
Only naughty girls would scrounge through other people's bedrooms.
Ooh, naughty.
What about you? You're the ones who broke into our airship.
Yes, we were scrounging around your
Boss's
bedrooms.
orders are permission enough.
So-
At your service.
Going to service. Odd thing to say. Okay, so let's quick throw down some protect. And let's blind everybody. You first.
Feeling lucky, punk?
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. So we'll get the poison off of you, and then we'll blind Ormy. Meanwhile, I don't have constant healing going on here, but I do want to steal from everybody.
Feeling lucky, punk?
Russian roulette's kind of bad news. Stolen elixir. I think I can just keep using antidotes and not keep Yuna as a white mage. Should be be able to power break him.
Punk?
Have a good ability to super glider, huh? I guess there's no point in keeping that dress sphere going, so we'll go back here. Power breaking him repeatedly seems like a good idea. Blinding them both, I think, was wise. We've already got Protect up, so we'll just start attacking.
Feeling lucky, punk?
So that does damage and inflicts poison. Not that big a deal. As a matter of fact, I probably want to consider not bothering to cure it every time if he's going to keep doing it. I don't know if I want to be doing regular attacks on him. It's going to take a while to take him down. But I mean, having Yuna constantly, oh no, I didn't mean to, damn it, no. Having Yuna power break him to where he's not hurting us anymore is a good idea, but she just got paralyzed. Or stoned, rather. That I want to remedy right away. Speaking of which, remedy cures all status ailments. Well, what does just, soft, okay.
Feel like taking a spin?
Oh, they took her
Don't you
out.
just love surprises?
Interesting. I've never seen that before. That actually took her out of the battle completely. So I definitely want to get rid of Logos now, because he is the main problem here. And I'm not able to bring her back.
Feeling lucky, punk?
How did he manage to dodge there? So had I known, I would have gone with something to prevent petrify, because if one of the girls gets petrified and then gets attacked by a shield dude there, they get taken out. Interesting. I did not know that.
Don't you just love surprises?
And again, even with blind, he seems to have a 100% hit rate with that attack. We're seeing Ormy miss with regular attacks, but apparently not with anything that has a name, like Huggles. Super Collider is, did we just win? Or I say, yeah, it took him a long time to decide to get out of there. Oh, now he's going into Huggles mode. No fair! She totally, like, reduced his attack power, like, to the maximum possible level. I do not remember these guys providing me this kind of challenge in previous runs. And by challenge, I mean, like, yeah, we got, like, 99 high potions, 99 Phoenix down. Not that big a freaking deal, but...
Oops, forgot to mention I had this.
Oops. I owed you a complete inventory on all my healing items. So I guess we need to try to finish this off a little faster by actually reducing his defense. This Huggle thing is starting to cheese me off. Is it even possible that with Protect active and his power broken all the way that we would be able to survive Huggles? Or is Huggles just always death? Does she have white man? No, she's not in that same dress sphere anymore. Wow. And she's about to waste a high potion. Well, at least she switches to using it on herself. Man, this game is giving me a little bit more challenge than I expected. It's really hurting that I lost a character, too. This is being a pain in the butt. I'm not
Here
gonna lie.
comes my trump
I
card.
really don't want to have to go all the way back and redo everything I've done either, because I didn't save.
Like taking a spin?
Wasn't expecting to have any kind of trouble here, so I didn't bother to really prep for this in any meaningful way. See, the only attacks that are affected by us blinding him are are his regular old attacks. Oh, and he's setting for huggles.
How about a big hug?
It's just foul. Hug of death. She's even like getting. Maybe if I'd had equipped that adamantite that I was thinking about, it would have made a difference here. He's back into huggles already?
How about a big hug?
It's always Yuna too. We know what Ormy's into. Just need to start attacking this guy, like, constantly. Yuna's not even being allowed to get off an attack, like, ever.
How about a big hug?
I guess that's because he was so close to defeat that he was going into like berserker Huggles mode, but boy, that was embarrassing. Now I've got to find some kind of anti-Huggle defense. Meantime, Yuna has somehow taken the lead and is now the most leveled up character. In part because Pain got no points there. Look at our boobs! So, booby traps are armed. Makes sense, folks. That being said, I'm going to have to call it a video here. I kind of need to end the session, but I kind of can't. So, when we come back, we'll have to fight our way out of here, including bringing everyone back up to snuff since I had an embarrassingly poor performance. And I need to consider the possibility that we need to level up. I'm the Serious JG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.